a little bit out there for sure.
Yeah, I think that Peach is going to have all of the same strengths that we were seeing from Sheik against Belmonts as well, being able to call out a lot of their recoveries and give them super early, but I think the difference is that she does not have the frame data and the same mobility that Sheik does to get around a lot of these projectiles and the longer aerials with fair and back air. She's gonna probably have to rely on turn up a lot to try to get openings, but getting off the ledge, especially on FD, this seems like a really rough stage for this matchup.
I know that Peach is very good on Final Destination. Also, why did they pick this one? Why did, like, this
Yeah.
They probably just picked random FD, but
Fair.
This is like a trip at first. It is worth noting, I mean, if Peach hits Belmont up, he is not landing, like, ever, among other things. But I think Richter on this stage probably actually has the advantage.
Yeah,
or at least it seems like it does.
Yeah, like so far it seems like Jukain's having a really hard time on getting in. If Outback's able to set up this pressure, it seems like there's no really good way to get in. You don't have the platforms to maneuver around the projectiles that we typically see. So kind of trying to rely on Outback to make a mistake so they can weave through all of this pressure. But so far percents are pretty even. This is the scary part for Richter here, trying to get off of the ledge, because if he messes up once, a back air could seal his stock.
Absolutely.
Unless it's that one.
Well, yeah. It has to be the sweet spot pair for sure. Both of these characters might have a hard time killing each other, though, which is weird to say.
Yeah, that's true.
They both have to find some big hit. I mean, maybe not Peach at 170, yeah, should die to most of anything. And now, when Richter has the lead on FD, you know what's about to come. It's gonna be another long one.
Oh, definitely gonna try to keep his distance, rack up as much percent as possible. Doesn't want to play the scrap game against Peach because she's going to be able to beat him with a lot of these floating aerials. So far, yeah, just like running to the other side of the stage, just trying to get away, but able to get that Gimp with the turn up. Gets the double too, just for the extra credit.
Was not needed, but definitely welcome all the same. No big turnip combo here from Jukain, though. I would love to see a bit more punish out of him. Here, though, 50%. 62.
Yeah, not letting him get these projectiles out so far, just kind of smothering him, and that's exactly what Peach needs to get. She needs to get in, and she needs to keep him from playing the game, keep him from being able to use, like, throwing out the cross and a lot of these axes that we're seeing. Especially if she's able to keep him in the air as well. Doesn't have to worry about the uppy out of shield.
Oh yeah. Got that uppy there. And it is, I mean, the uppy's so fast that if Peach makes like a single whiff error on shield, that is definitely gonna be an easy punish for Outback. But Jukain doing a great job here of just evening up these deficits. I'd love to see him get a lead maybe going. But Outback says no, continues this ledge trap of hell.
Yeah, I think something that's going to be super important in this matchup is that Belmont's really good at covering right in front of him and covering above him, but if that diagonal angle in between straight up and straight in front of him, I think he really struggles with covering that angle, and I think that Peach being able to use float is very good at covering that angle if she's able to get in there with like a turn up or a fair like we just saw there. So I think that it's going to be really important to kind of get that mix up on movement and try to approach like that, because if you keep trying to like run straight into him, you're just going to run your head into a wall. He's just going to keep F-tilting you over and over again, keep using that cross. But if you're able to use your movement to maneuver around him, it's going to work out really well for you, and you're going to get a lot of these higher damage combos that we're used to seeing from Peach.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen Outback he's definitely willing to throw out a lot of F-tilts, right?
Oh yeah.
Theme of the night, but this has been really hard. I mean, Jukain feels like he's playing a bullet hell right now. Just, there's nowhere to land. You have to maneuver perfectly. This could kill. Yeah, with the rage, it'll definitely kill. And a convincing game one makes you question the FD pick, but I mean, it is a long set, so maybe Jukain will, you know, mix it up here. Let's see, we're gonna go to small battlefield. I like this choice. Start the battle, Simon. We're gonna see the Peach, so no changes.
Banger alert. Love this song.
Absolutely banger alert. Smash is so funny because sometimes you have like the most dramatic songs, but the fact that you can have this song and One Winged Angel play at random in the same game is so funny.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I think Small Battlefield introduces a different dynamic to the matchup. That suddenly, not only are there platforms, but these platforms also cover a lot of the stage. Down tilt to the golf club, and you're dead.
Yeah, and with that turn up,
and holds the stitch for the next stop.
Definitely dead. Really good advantage state there from Jukain. No, doesn't go for the regrab on the stitch. Might have been able to see like a better punish there with more percent, but still able to rack up a lot of percent here, seeing 80 so far and already lapping percent on Jukain. Not anymore, but we did at one point.
Absolutely, and I mean, I love the way that Jukain is already using the platforms to his advantage super well. He's landing on the platforms, he's using them for cover, he's Outback making me eat my words, okay, just finds a big up air off the top. I'm known for having a bad caster curse at Fusion. It's really bad.
Ooh, okay.
Gets hit by the cross.
That's not a move that we've seen a lot from Peach so far in this bracket, so definitely gonna be super helpful against a lot of these projectiles that we're seeing. It really depends on spacing though. If we're using those too far away, it might give Outback a free punish, especially with like a spaced F smash or something like that. Definitely need to be very careful when we're using the counter.
Absolutely here, Outback doing a bunch of zoning as he's used to. The shield was low, that might have killed if it poked the head, but good roll from Jukain, not dealing with any of that nonsense. I also like that, I feel like he's been trying to hold turnip a little more so far. Oh, that could have been death, but air dodge is out of it. That's really unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Yeah, definitely not the way you want to lose your stock, especially when you had such a percent lead like that.
Ooh,
able to kill with that counter.
Yeah, I know. The Peach counter is an interesting move because you don't see it a ton, but Jukain already showing that against a character that really wants to be throwing out hitboxes at all times, it can be pretty effective.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, holding down center stage here, able to use that. Ooh,
okay, that's what you like to see. Yeah, it doesn't get the full extension, unfortunately, but still a good amount of damage. I really like
the multi jab there, able to call out the punish on the jab.
Yeah. Oh no, I thought that would have killed. Oh,
this is so scary.
He's cooking something here, and this is what I mean. Like, the Belmonts are the best character, but when they have you at the ledge, they are a top tier. Like,
especially when they get momentum too. Like that SD with the air dodge probably gave Outback the momentum that he needed to win this game.
He has Saturn.
Saturn scares me because I'm a very shield heavy player.
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
like
me too.
The ultimate counter to me.
Death? Yeah.
Wow, not even close. Yeah.
I am very impressed, and this is definitely Outback's play. Whether it's, even though it looks like he's using like the same moves over and over again, which sometimes he is doing it like all with purpose, which is something that like will definitely separate some of like maybe the lower level zoner players from the higher level zoner players, which is like there's like intent behind like the space you're covering, which is definitely important. So go back to Small Battlefield for game 3. Jukain with these juggles already. Looking for something big out here.
I do really like the stage pick though. I think that it was working out really well in that last game. It was just a little unfortunate without SD, but I think that being able to use the platforms to maneuver around things. Sure. Yeah. Definitely very lucky that did not work out.
It is worth noting though, as much as Jukain SD'd last game, he also got a stupid early kill, so it did kind of balance out in the end, but
that is true.
Without that like really early kill, I wonder how he'll be able to keep up here. The answer is that he won't.
Oh, the triple taunt this time.
Oh, with the triple spot dodge? Looking like Mars? Outback looks so dominant right now. He's just not giving Jukain anywhere to be.
Right? Like that use of dropping the turnip into fair and able to snipe with the turnip off stage. Yeah, and definitely not making that back.
Yeah, even with the jump, just the Simon recovery not good enough. But now Jukain's in the corner. He's taking his time, but for how long? That shield is getting low.
Yeah, and this aerial pressure isn't working super well against Simon's shield, just able to use the up B to call out the approaches.
Yeah, even gets a grab, getting Jukain trying to get back to center, and it feels that, I mean, Outback is throwing out so many moves, but he's angling the aerials in the way where, like, it definitely is more threatening to Jukain. There's the cross, there's the setup, and there's nowhere to go, like, if you're this Peach.
I did like that recovery because even though he did get hit for it, he was hit towards the other side of the stage rather than to the blast zone, so it might have held his stock for a little bit longer, but it definitely feels like he's having a hard time getting out of these situations. Not a taunt!
If he loses this stock right here, you know what to say.
He deserves it.
Yeah, Jukain looks a little more polished suddenly. That taunt maybe letting a fire in his eyes, who knows. The
Nice
parry, too. F throw, gonna kill even from center. One of the stronger killing F throws in the game, for sure. No Gimp, that was a bit greedy from Jukain. But gets out with his life. Is that a true combo? I guess it is, maybe on floaties. The more you know.
Yeah, playing super aggressive here, able to rack up a lot of percent starting out this last stock for Jukain. A lot of aerial pressure here using the turn up as well, and able to take that stock with that turn up as well. Yeah, I feel like Jukain's so good at hitting those snipes off stage. Hitting them pretty consistently. Yeah. I'm glad that Jukain has a smile on his face. It seems like they're friends and it wasn't BM the constant taunt, so at least that's good.
Yeah, they're having a good time. And I mean, I chatted with John Numbers about this because he likes to randomly taunt sometimes too, and he was like, if there's nothing going on, I just like to taunt sometimes. Like there's nothing else to do.
Fair. It's funny sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
amusing.
love doing Wario taunts. I think his taunts are like the funniest in the game.
Yeah, there's also some taunts where it's funny because it's like the taunts kind of look like a move.
Yeah.
And like the Richter taunt, like he whips the chain up like he's about to do like a tilt.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that SC sucked.
That's rough, but you know, that's Smash Ultimate. Say what you want, but you know, Simon was on the windscreen.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see a run back here of Outback versus WebJP. And
yes.
I would be shocked if this went any differently than the first time, I'm gonna be honest.
Was a 3-0 in Webb's favor. It just seemed like it was such a dominating matchup for Sheik. Just able to get so many gimps off stage. Ledge trapping was awful against the Belmonts. They just had no answer. I think he also tried to play a game of Incineroar and it did not go any better as well. So